This reaction is brought to you by my copious amounts of $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. You ready? Here we go. Steve Aldersley, Andreas Glasel, Ray Schuster, Andrew Graff, at HawkGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Andrew Corbin, Ben Loden, Brady Michael, Dan Navarro, Ed Summers, Identitech, Kurt David, Mark Ventura, Matthew McLaughlin, M. DeBelly, Music Addict, Northern Sky, Richard, Will E. B. Jabber, David Mannion, James Hanley, Livitz, and Sam Gavshak. I would like to thank all of you for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. We appreciate it immensely, and I hope that you all enjoy this video. You know, it feels wrong to not come off of the the Patreon shout out thing without drinking something, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just part of my brand now, I guess. Hello everyone, welcome. Good to see you all. Good to be back doing another one of these reactions. I'll probably be posting a like another kind of life update video fairly soon, just to kind of keep everyone up to speed. So I'm not going to say much about it here, but needless to say, going forward, expect to continue to have these album reactions every other week, and then song reactions maybe here or there, and then the occasional like specific video like the comments videos that I used to do. That's kind of just going to be what will be going forward on this channel as far as upload schedule and whatnot. But I have done follow-ups up through Fables. I have not done my Life's Rich Pageant or Document follow-up yet. Quick word on Document. I think it might be my second favorite R.E.M. album so far. I think it's just slightly better than Reckoning, slightly better than Fables, slightly better than Life's Rich Pageant. I would say it's Fables or Reckoning are my two least favorites so far, but not by much. Like, it's really weird to say that, but I'm very interested to see how I'm going to like this next one coming up here. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions on my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. For $5 a month, you can get access to unedited reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. That's April of 2021 that I started doing them, and it amounts to nearly 60, about 55 reactions so far. So if you want to support the channel and get access to that content, be greatly appreciated at the $5 level. If not, you can jump in at the $1 per month level and get access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. It breaks up the monotony of going through an artist binge, and we get to just inject one of 4 out of the poll miscellaneous albums to kind of keep things fresh. And we actually have a poll coming up after Green, so that should be interesting. So if you want to be able to vote in the poll, make your voice heard, Patreon is the place to do it. Also want to mention NordVPN, link in the description. Fantastic VPN with great services, or great speeds and great prices, I would say. And they reached out to me a while back, wanted to know if I want to be an affiliate, and I'm like, absolutely, because I've been using Nord for years. So if you are in need of a VPN, encrypt your data, access content from other countries, etc., matey, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Okay, so this album goes by the name Green, yet the album cover ranges anywhere from yellow to orange. Looks like the cassette cover was slightly green, but not quite. It's kind of a yellowish green, like a tennis ball. So R.E.M. is lying to us yet again. First it was the lack of punctuation, not in their name though, only in their song titles, and now it's these filthy lies about the color. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is a 1988. I believe this is their first Warner Brothers release. Is that correct? Am I right on that? I don't have the Wikipedia open. Yes. So they've moved off of IRS at this point. They had released a what was it called? Dead Letter Office was before Document. My apologies. So yeah, that was their last IRS one. And then they did a Greatest Hits album, which, let me look at this real quick. Radio Free Europe, Gardening at Night, Talk About the Passion. South Central Rain, Don't Go Back to Rockville, Can't Get There From Here, Driver 8, Romance from the soundtrack Made in Heaven, which is a comedy film with two babies on the front. Fall on Me, The One I Love, Finest Work Song, and It's the End of the World. Not bad. Really big lack of murmur representation with only Talk About the Passion, which, or I mean, Radio Free Europe is on there, but okay, that's not too bad. And then that was also on IRS, and now we're on Green with Warner Brothers. So this album is around 41 minutes, kind of classified maybe in more of like a power pop and going a little more of like a neo-psych direction, which they toyed with a little bit on Fables, obviously, but like, I think there's obviously a Stand on it and Orange Crush, both of which I've heard. So it'll be interesting to see the tone that this album has. And some people, like I have a feeling, and some people have said that I might like some of these post-IRS albums. I wouldn't say more. Like, by and large, I enjoyed what the IRS days were doing. But kind of seeing the direction they're going now, I think I'll have a soft spot for it. Will I prefer it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add, so we're going to go ahead and dive right on in with the first track, Pop Song 89. Was this a single? Let me look real quick. I think this was a single, right? Yes, it was. Released in 89. Paisley Underground. Ooh, here we go. Cool. I like the like power poppy post punk vibe to that. Man, and I think I'm really gonna have a soft spot for was it Scott Litt who did the production on this one? Yes. I think I'm gonna really appreciate his production because like one of the things I loved a lot about Murmur, which I'll be talking about till the end of time apparently, was the production and how like crisp, just reverby enough and kind of chunky it was. Like the Mike Mills bass was nice and deep and had a nice kind of, like rumble to it. And then Peter Buck's guitar was like jangly enough without being like, I've heard jangle pop that's really overbearing in the high frequencies and it's like, it's too chimey. It's hurting my ears. So yeah, cool. I'm on board so far. What do you got next? Get up. So one of the things that kind of broke my heart post Murmur was like, it seemed like they had kind of moved away from the interesting production and the like good melodic hooks. Like there was some like really catchy tracks on Murmur. And I felt like with these last couple of albums, they've gotten more interesting than with the production again. And it seems like they're leaning back on like the good melodies. I like the verses in this were a little kind of boring, which was a large part of the problem I had with Fables, some with Reckoning, some with Pageant, was it just seemed like he didn't really care about melody anymore, and the songs could just kind of run together in my head a little bit. But there were some nice like melodic breaks in this, and interesting like chord progressions and phrasing. So, okay, I like Pop Song 89 more, but so far it's a little off kilter. It's being a little bit adventurous, which I appreciate. You Are the Everything.
Scared for this world, I'm very scared for me. Viscerate, all you hear is time stand still and travel. You feel ours are the greatest thing you've ever seen, and they're there for you. Night of music, the voices talking somewhere in the house. Here and you are everything. Feel like I can't even sing. Very scared for this world. Peace and absolute, the stillness still that doesn't end, but slowly drift. Are the everything.
Dang. That was pretty impressive, actually. I like that. Like, the lyrics were a little schmaltzy in a way, but for like a more folky track from them, well composed, decent melody. Wow. Closest thing to Perfect Circle I feel like they've made in quite a while, save for maybe Swan Swan H, is that what it was? I can never remember the name of that song. Anyway, solid. So now we go to Stand. I really dig this track. I have a soft spot for it. It's silly and absurd, but it's just so damn fun. Let's listen.
Think about direction, wonder why. Check with the sun, carry a compass to help you along. You haven't now stand in the place where you were. Now face where. Think about if wishes were trees, the trees would be falling. Move you around, so stand. Now face no. Think about you haven't stand in the place where you live. Now face why you haven't stand in the place where you are. Stand around, so stand.
I honestly don't know why people don't like that song more. I mean, like, it's, you know, a little kitschy, but like it's fun. I don't know. And I also don't remember there being two key changes. It's like, let's go up again. Yeah, it's really nice to hear these songs again, having, you know, vaguely grown up with them in the background, occasionally, to be able to hear the really great production. Like, there's interesting like instrument choices and like little ornamental things happening in the background, but it's also like chunky and but also glistening, and it's like good, awesome. All right, World Leader Pretend.
Sit at my table and waste my mistake. Let me make it good and a rematch. I decree a stalemate. This is my mistake. Down. This is my world and I am. World as I see fit. It's high time I raise the wall. Be the one to knock it down.
This has been pretty solid so far. Um, I wouldn't say that it's like amazing because I think it's definitely more pop centered, with a more of a cleaner mindset. Some of the grit is gone, um, but it's been really consistent, tonally especially, but also I think quality wise. Like I've liked all five of these so far, um, more than like a 6 out of 10 kind of thing. But there's always one. There's always one on every album where it's like, why'd you include that and not like a good B-side or something? I don't know. All right, Wrong Child. This is the last track on the side A, also known as Air.
I've watched the children come and go, a late, long to sing a happy song. Stay with me, I whispered to my newfound friend. Tell me like this. I'm not. I said I'm not supposed to be like this. Okay.
Man, it's so nice to have the like intricate compositions back. Like that's probably one of the most standout things from Murmur for me was like, how did they construct these songs? With just like a ton of tiny little good pieces and they just all mesh together into something really interesting. And it's happening again. And I'm kind of stunned that this album isn't like seen as among like their great stuff from the IRS days, to be perfectly honest. If you feel that way, let me know why. I'm curious because, like when this one first started, I'm like, okay, it's going to be another kind of like aimless folk song. I've heard these before, but like the mandolin was really nice, kind of gave me the Led Zeppelin vibes. But then also at the end, it just like I said, the phrasing is just so nice and so intricate and complicatedly layered. Cool. Well, 6 for 6 so far, honestly. The one I've liked the least is probably Get Up. Maybe You Are the Everything. I don't know. Hard to say. Stand is good. Bop Song 89 is good. They're good. They're good. All right, we're flipping the vinyl. Side B, Metal. Orange Crush. I have not heard the entire thing, as far as I know. I think I just remember it from being a kid, so maybe I've heard the whole thing. But let's go.
I've got my spine, I've got my orange crush. And now it's time to serve your conscience overseas. We are agents of the free. I've had stacked up in our wheel He's coming in fast over me.
Also, I have to mention like the presence of like Buck, Mills, and Barry, are still like very strong and present. Like it's not just like Stipe stealing the stage. Like the backing vocals, the harmony stuff is like all over these albums, even to this day. When they were like getting big with tracks like the two big singles off the previous one, and then the honestly two big singles off of this one, Stand and Orange Crush. But yeah, it's still good. I like the kind of like psychedelic adjacent vibe that it has. and interesting lyrics, interesting vibe. The songs just feel like very realized. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. I dig it. Interested to see how these last 4 tracks turn out. We have Turn You Inside Out.
All the things I cannot taste, and this is not. It's what you do, what I choose not to do.
I would say that's my least favorite so far, but it's not bad. I don't know. It may be a little like plotting in some ways. Has interesting. I couldn't tell. Was that like an accordion in there? Some kind of like wind thing, playing a melody. I don't know. I can't figure out what it may have been. Not bad though. Very straightforward. Any kind of like power chord song like that without any good melody on top of it, either vocally, other instruments, whatever, doesn't usually do much for me, but that's all right. Hairshirt.
I am not the type of dog that could keep no good reason. Run a car, all been said before. Long arm the rest. Let's see. And the way alone, my life lead me banks of light. Hang at up the wrong dog's life check. Here I am, your life.
Wow. Nice. So I've been reading some like details on the album, like why they left IRS, etc., etc. Cool stuff about like them from now on would like swap instruments song to song, which is cool. Obviously Peter Buck is introducing mandolin on here. Stipe has said that he didn't want them to make any more R.E.M. type songs. Mike Mills argued that Green was kind of more experimental. Interesting stuff. Yeah, this also that like they wanted to write more like major key rock songs, which I definitely noticed that kind of urge on Document a little bit. Yeah, this had a it almost reminded me of like I Won't Share You, like with the auto harp. Like having a different stringed instrument, but like a very like melancholy, bittersweet kind of track. Very simple, interesting lyrics. Cool tone. Yeah, I'm digging it. We have 2 tracks left, everyone. I Remember California.
Bumper cars and wolverines, the ocean. I remember traffic jams, motorboats. I remember this.
Interesting. Interesting. A more kind of darker rocky track. I don't love it, but I do enjoy the guitar tone, and that was really nice. That cool dark riff that kind of came in. Not bad. Not bad. It was just, yeah, a little, maybe a little long. Um, Not my least favorite. Least favorite's probably still Turn You Inside Out by a hair, but decent. Decent. This album is, I mean, I first said cohesive because the first couple of tracks, maybe the first four, seemed like they were kind of on a trajectory. Side B seems a little bit more, and I know that they wanted to do like half electric, half acoustic, but they couldn't quite make it work. So in a way, it's not super cohesive. It's cohesive in like a certain ethos or idea or philosophy, but not necessarily culminating completely tonally in that way. But last one, Untitled. What we got?
World is big, so away. I stay up late to hear your voice. The song is here to keep you strong. All I want to say, all I really want to say is strong while I'm away. I've seen the world, I've seen just hold hands.
Guys, this was a great album. Pretty good. There's going to be someone in the comments like, once he said this was a great album, I didn't want to hear anymore. It's not good anymore because they sold out. Yeah. Yeah, so that one, like, it reminds me of like spiritualized tracks. Because some spiritualized tracks have done this. And I haven't seen a lot of artists do music like this, where it's super anthemic in the way of very slow chord rhythm. Like lingering on the one for a long time and then like going to the five for just like a measure, then back to the one. You get a little bit of that like four in the breakdown. But overall, it's a very simple song compositionally, so that like the melody and the vocals can shine over top of it and not be overshadowed. There's probably plenty of songs like that I'm just kind of blanking on, but Spiritualized was the first example that came to mind. But very cool, pleasant, anthemic, uplifting way to end the album, I would say. Pretty solid. All right, everyone. That was it. That's Green. Pretty dang good. Like I said, there's something about the IRS days, mostly, save for Murmur, where every album had just one like notable flaw to me. And the things that I loved about Murmur just kind of were scattered to the wind around those albums, and they never coalesced kind of back together. And granted, this is, some of Document, and it seems like Green and maybe stuff going forward is going to be a little bit more straightforward and less mysterious. But I'm glad to have back those elements I mentioned, like intricate composition, solid melody hooks, juicy production, that kind of stuff. It's so good to have that back, because that is what I really resonated with Murmur. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say on this one. It was very straightforward in a way, but also some of this I'm going to have to digest because the songs were varied. Least favorites were probably Turn You Inside Out. I remember California a little bit. World Leader Pretend was okay. If I remember correctly, You Are the Everything was okay. I actually don't remember that track now. Get Up was a little spotty here and there. Pleasant Surprises were Pop Song 89. World Leader Pretend actually was a pleasant surprise. Wrong Child as well. Hairshirt and Untitled were probably the two that I was not expecting to be like, wow, those are actually pretty notably good. So yeah, very nice, very nice. For those who don't know, I've actually added Out of Time to the lineup. I did a poll and it had over 200 votes, and people said yes, add it to the list. So we will be doing Out of Time next between this and Automatic for the People. So excited for that. Stay tuned. Okay. That is all I have, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. Hope the new year is treating you right. I said that on the last video, but it still maintains true. I'm recording this February 1st, so we're getting out of the January blues finally. Yeah, things to plug. Of course, we got the Patreon yet again, patreon.com/AlexHaitz. $5 a month, unedited reactions, of which this will be one, or $1 a month gets you access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. Also got to plug the Discord. Link in the description for that. I think the Discord people are choosing our next poll. No, that's not true. That's not true, I don't think. Yeah, let me look. No, I will be picking the next poll. Not sure what to do. Another genre thing. Maybe like an artist. Like, you know, interesting samples of artists that we'll be doing in the future. I don't know. Let me know in the description, in the comments, what you guys think I should do for the poll, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add or update on right now. Just had a nice album reaction. Another one in the tank. Good to go. All right. That's all I got for you guys, I think. Like I said, hope you're doing well, and stay tuned for more content from this man here. Yeah. Godspeed.